Do you prefer a leader with the numbers or a leader with a leadership attitude?
Because business is about growth, the leader with the numbers, I'll take that guy.
Sales is a numbers game. What do you feel?
Saying sales is a numbers game is setting up people for failure.
What do you feel like in your experience? Is it good to have a frequent team hurdles or team meetings, or it's like just a waste of time?
No, absolutely important. That's part of culture, right? You come here, this is how we do things here.
One word that kills sales culture and one phrase you wish sales leader would stop using?
Can you do this?
Right?
Can you do this? Can you do that? The sales leader is not asking for permission. They're telling you what to do.
You have seen inside winning sales culture. What do those teams do different than others? And one sign your team burned out, not lazy. Welcome back to Business Banking and Beyond with Dangat, where we go beyond sales target and get into the mindset, energy, and culture that actually moves the needle. Last week, we discussed the psychology behind the yes, what buyer feel, fear, and finally act on when they say yes. If you missed it, go back and listen. Which brings us to today's focus, because here's the truth. In sales, your voice closes the deals, but your mindsets open the doors. So today, we are not just talking about script or strategies. We are talking about sales culture, the belief, the habits, and the environment that separates high-performing team from the team stuck in the survival mode. And joining us again is Paul, a 10x sales performance coach who has been working hands-on with Dangat team, shifting not just how we sell, but how we show up every day. Welcome back to Business Banking and Beyond, where we talk beyond the sales now.
Thank you, Jyoti. As usual, love being here.
Nice. So you have been seeing the great and broken team, right?
Yes.
What's the one culture habit that kills performance even before the pitch starts?
The one culture habit that keeps performance even before the pitch, it's typically the desire to serve, to be of service, right? When you are genuinely in a culture that leads with how to take care of your customer, everybody behaves in a certain way, right? The sale comes after the service. And when your culture is about service, whether it's internally to each other, whether it's, like you guys do something very, very cool here where I think it's every month you have a potluck where everybody comes with food, and it's amazing what that does. It goes beyond just doing numbers. It's about, we care for you, not because you work here with us, but because you are a person. We see you, we acknowledge you, and that transfers to how you treat the customer. And so when service leads, the culture is very good.
But can you lead with the example? Can you tell us with an example, like what customer require that when the pitch, even we are not started pitching, customers see it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's the attitude of giving, right? It's when you give and you give and you give, you almost make people obligated to give you back.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah, it's we had something in my former company called give, give, give. 3 words. You say it all the time. And so what do you give? Like when the customer gets in contact with you, even just your attention.
Yeah.
That's your attention. The customer's talking to you, you are fully listening to the customer. That's a way of giving. You give information. That's a way of giving. You give your time. You follow up in a way that is not too dependent on closing the deal, but it's to give the customer information on how to do this thing well. That service-led initiative, it's what strengthens the culture because it confirms belief. First of all, you're not going to do that unless you believe that you have the best product, and you believe that you are making a difference.
Yes.
But if you believe it, it's easy to give. Like I give 4 or 5 times more than it's expected. And I don't make a big deal out of it because I enjoy it. And so when that becomes part of the culture, it flows internally with the staff, externally with customers. It flows at home. When you're at home with your family, it reflects as well. So yeah.
Okay, nice. And how do you spot that habit in the first week of joining a team? What are the red flags?
It's easy to see too, though. You can see in somebody's face that.
Really?
Yeah, you can, even in the greeting, if you greet somebody and they go, "I'm okay,"
I know.
you're like, what? You just managing life?
Yeah.
No, step up, rise up, right? So
the energy in greeting, the energy in everything, like.
Precisely, energy, right? If you're not enthusiastic, anybody could spot that. And it's even in how you walk. If you're like sluggish, lethargic, you could spot it. And so, but the truth is, for most people, they don't want to be lethargic. Most of us don't want to be sluggish. We want to have energy. And it just requires somebody to just be like, come on, man, like straighten up. And the next thing you know, it starts happening more and more and more. But typically.
So the red flag is more on greeting, how they walk. What
Yes,
are other red flags?
The red flag is just how they show up. Like what state are they in? Right? And you can easily tell. And somebody could give you a fake smile. And does that happen? Do you know when somebody's giving you a fake smile? Of course. Yeah, you could tell. You're like, why did you even bother smiling? You didn't even have to smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enthusiasm. The red flag is how enthusiastic is this person? And that's just in greeting. Hey, good morning, how are you? The way they answer could tell you their level of enthusiasm. And it would pretty much tell you how they will perform that day at work.
Okay. So the overall your body language is telling you that, okay, how that person is, right?
Precisely.
Nice.
Body language is what? I think 55% of communication.
It's just a body language.
Just body language. Words are like maybe 10%, maybe lower. Body language.
But again, like if we talk about body language, okay, personally I can see it. Like if in the physical meeting I can see it, but what about on the phone call, how you will see it?
I know you can tell. You can tell in the person's voice on the phone. Have you heard when somebody say, I can see your smile? Yeah. Like I can hear your smile on the phone. There's a very famous sentence where the kid says, I want to eat, grandpa, or I want to eat, grandpa. Same words.
But yeah, just the comma
changes everything.
everything.
And without seeing it, you could hear the tone. Thank you for calling Dangard. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you from Dangard. Or thank you for calling Dangard. Different. One is service, one is transaction. Thank you for calling. By the way, I'm calling from Dangard. Thank you for picking up the phone.
That's really touch you when
Correct.
you speak it.
It's enthusiasm.
Yeah.
If you just start learning to do everything with energy and enthusiasm, your body would recognize that this is a new thing we're doing, and then your body will catch up.
True.
So it's enthusiasm. And then from there, you could either spot red flags, you could start building a culture. And enthusiasm comes from belief. I believe that what I'm doing is worthwhile. If it's not worthwhile, either do the boring thing until it becomes good or leave. Do something else. Life is short. Why waste 1 second doing something you're not fully enthusiastic about? It doesn't mean you have to love it, but you can really pick yourself up and your mind and your body to meet your expectations.
Nice. So 55% is a body language.
55%. And you can hear it on the phone.
And what rest 45%?
55% is body language. I think 7%, if I'm not wrong, 7% is words. So now we are at 55, 65, 63, 62. And I think the rest is actions. It's like, yeah, the rest is like action signals. There's a way, I'll pull it up and confirm it, but communication is broken down into these three things.
Okay.
More than 55% is body language. It's me doing this or doing this. And still saying, but I like this, Jyoti. This is really fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
you're
know
lying
it's
to me.
vague.
Exactly.
Nice. And what if your top performer is just the loudest person in the broken culture?
Ooh. That's that bad apple thing. Loudest can be broken into a few different categories. I could be loud because I'm enthusiastic, or I could be loud because I'm boastful. Right? If the top performer is loud because of pride, they would depress the rest of the group.
Exactly.
Yeah. If they're loud because they're enthusiastic, they will pick up the rest of the group.
I have seen in my team
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So loud has to first of all be like diagnosed. You have to get a good diagnosis before you could prescribe the medicine. But loud is not necessarily bad, but it could be. And it's not necessarily good either, but it could be. So are they loud because they're like, I'm the best?
I know.
Or are they loud because they're like, I did it, you can do it too?
So one is with the leadership and one is without the leadership.
Correct. Exactly. One is zero leadership, all selfish. One is full leadership. Come with me. I was where you were and I'm here now. You can absolutely do it.
Okay, I have another question out of the box again. Do you prefer a leader with the numbers or a leader with the leadership attitude? So let me more clear in my words. Okay, if I have two sales team members,
Yeah.
one is doing the numbers but doesn't have that leadership attitude. And the one is not doing the numbers, but again has the leadership value. Just the minimum target achieving, but has the leadership values. What do you prefer?
Okay. Because business is about growth, the leader with the numbers, I'll take that guy. I'll have to train that guy so that he brings his leadership into it. But because we can only survive if we're expanding. We cannot survive and be stagnant.
Exactly.
Survival means we grow. The leadership guy with the numbers, I'll focus on him first.
Okay.
Because the one who's the leader without the numbers is not an example for the rest of the team. Yes. They might feel good about him, but he's not going to inspire me to go bigger. I could just be like, hey, I want to be a leader just like him. And I don't have to do big numbers. I just have to be a leader and I'll be considered a leader. And if everybody does this across the organization, your company is stagnant.
Yeah.
So the numbers guy, by the way, to have big numbers takes a certain amount of leadership. You have to parent yourself, right? You have to actually parent your behavior, your attitude, your discipline. You have to be a parent to you to deliver numbers. That's in and of itself leadership of yourself. I just have to make that person related to the team, in how they inspire them. That person might be the loud guy, boastful. I just have to tone it down a little bit. And by the way, he will, or she will. She will become that leader too. But it probably would require some supervision.
More attention.
More attention, correct. But yeah, I'll go the numbers first.
Okay.
Unless it's a non-government, it's a charity organization.
No, of course, sales is about the numbers, I know. And how do leaders spot this before it becomes a performance crisis?
How do the company leadership spot other leaders?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's if we if we don't inspect, right, we can never correct. Yeah, we have to inspect everything. You're a mother, you're a CEO, you're a wife, you wear so many different hats. And the way you get better is you inspect stuff. You make sure your kids, the clothes are a certain way. Same thing with me. I raised 2 children, inspect everything. It got to the point where I knew my son. I'm like, whose shirt is that? That's not your shirt. Oh yeah, my friend and the thing. I mean, why are you taking other people's clothes? Give him back his shirt, right? So one-on-ones is very important.
101 is
Yes.
simple. Okay.
It's a mixture of performance at work and understanding the person. Right. And if you have one-on-ones, minimum every 2 weeks, you must have one-on-ones. You are at the top. You have maybe 3 people below you, 3 leaders or 4 leaders. You do your one-on-ones with them. Then they do one-on-one to their teams. But you have to understand what the person is doing, their personal goal, their professional goal, their financial goals. And by knowing this data, you'll be able to guide them towards the sort of culture you want to do. But the best way to do it is one-on-ones. It makes me feel seen when you take your time out and be like, talk to me, man, what's happening?
I think it's in every field it is required.
Every field. Is at home,
Inspection,
is at work.
yeah.
You have to inspect
Personal
everything.
or professional, everywhere it's
Yes,
required.
ma'am. Everything. The people who don't do that and they go, I don't want to micromanage. You're going to die.
This is not micromanagement.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not micromanage.
There are few words actually in trending: micromanagement, leaders' behavior, toxic culture.
Correct.
So we actually don't know what micromanagement person to person definition is.
Yeah.
For us, this is not micromanagement. This is spending a time and knowing the person.
Correct.
But if
This
I
is
say,
love, actually.
yeah, but they see it as a micromanagement.
Yeah.
Then again, normal toxic culture. What culture it is? Culture is built by the overall people.
Thank you. Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Culture is not with the one person who has founded this company or with the co-founder or with some management, the senior management. It is built by everybody.
That's culture.
Yeah, so this is main social taglines nowadays: micromanagement, toxic cultures, this and that. I don't know what people thinking about.
No, the world has gotten soft. The world has gotten to a place where everybody's looking for excuses. I didn't do this because I just didn't feel like it. And my mental health is bothering me. And you just don't want to work.
And nowadays, if you say something, the mental health
Instantly.
Instantly.
And they could cancel you.
Yeah,
They could totally cancel you.
Yeah.
So you have to make provisions for this. The truth is, everybody who is committed to changing their lives, mental health issues don't come up. You start having those problems when you're not committed to what you're doing.
Even at home also, we have some fights. We do some, there is always, in relation also, you fight with your mother, father, anybody, and there you don't get the mental strength.
Exactly. In fact, at home, you do that more.
Yeah.
Home is where you grumble more frequently.
Exactly.
People you love, people you argue with the most. No mental health issues. You come to work, one little question, oh my God, my mental health. So yeah, it's strange. I worry what your son, I worry what life is going to be like in 20 years.
We are preparing him from now. I see 24-hour one face, Hemant face, at office, at work. There is no mental stress.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero. Yeah. It's interesting.
Nice. Okay. And we hear this all the time. Sales is a numbers game.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Nah, I think saying sales is a numbers game is setting up people for failure. Because that just means, contact 1,000 people and you make a sale. But that is unsustainable. You cannot continue doing that. You will burn out. You just can't be pounding. Sales, like everything, is a professional endeavor. You must have skill. right? And it's not so much about the product knowledge. You must have skill in knowing how to communicate with human beings. You must have skill. In sales is basically becoming a master communicator, a master business communicator. How do I talk to you? So you give me the right to understand what problem you want to solve. I ask you what solutions you want, and you tell me honestly what solutions you want. I prescribe the solution, give you a price, ask for the business. Knowing how to do that is sales. The guy who doesn't know sales will just talk to you about the solution. In America, and I'm sure you know this, a lot of sales interviews start with the guy going, "Sell me this pen."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even we do the same thing.
Correct, right?
Sell me the pen, sell
Yeah.
me anything.
Yes,
like-
yes, sell me this book. The other person just starts talking. This is a nice book. This book has leather. You like leather books? You don't even know if I want books
Or no.
or no. The last book I had, what did I
So
like about
people
it?
jump in before knowing the customer.
Correct. That's when sales don't happen. But yeah, numbers game, no. It's a numbers game. You have to look
Yeah,
for
of
the
course.
client. But just thinking I would throw something on the wall until something sticks, you'll kill yourself. It's not gonna work.
And when does that mindset start doing more harm than good things?
The numbers game mindset,
Yeah.
almost immediately. Almost immediately. When I started selling, they said to me, go for no's. Just go for no's. If you get 100 no's, you're going to get a yes soon. And that's horrible advice.
Every no is close to yes.
To a yes. It's horrible advice. I'm going to get burnt out. I'm a human being. I don't want to be fighting every day and struggling, because when I hear no's, I don't feel good about myself, right? When you get rejection, you don't feel good. You will get rejection, but not at that scale. So if you know how to begin a conversation by even a simple thing like telling the customer, look, I'm going to tell you something about what we do. You're going to like it. It's going to make sense, but you're going to tell me no. Even just starting the thing like that reduces the resistance, because the customer will agree with you on the phone. They'll be like, that makes sense. And then that's skill. But just going, I'm here, we do company setup, it's going to be great. I'm not interested. Okay, it's a numbers game. Let me call the next number. By the time I get to the 30th call, I'll be like, I'm
But you don't know what to say, what
You don't
not
know
to
what to say.
Yeah.
The guy is just, meanwhile, the person next to me is getting into 4, 5, 10-minute conversations. The more I see that, the more I'm going to feel down, down, down. After 1 month, I'll be like, I hate this job because I don't have skills. So yeah, it's not a numbers game, and it could have the reverse effect on you and completely push you out of sales, which is the best job in the planet, sales. Everybody who has done anything big in life is because they were a great salesperson. Tata Motors, salesperson. The Katials, excellent salespeople. Nobody will call you salespeople, but you are excellent salespeople. To get 60 people on your team, open up big companies. Elon Musk, great sales guy.
Yes.
They'll call him an inventor, but
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates was a fantastic salesperson. Get the whole world to use his software, that is sales. Warren Buffett, you never hear Tata Motors. You never hear them talk to you about them being sales, but they convinced others to come.
And
That's sales.
yeah, convincing.
Convincing. Persuasion.
And how do we balance the pressure to perform that?
Well, I'm not afraid of pressure. And I think looking for a way to balance pressure is, to an extent, running from pressure.
Running towards pressure or?
Away from pressure. Looking for a way to balance it is running away from pressure. We need pressure. Everything from childbirth. Thank you, ladies, to be able to, because men, there'll be no people on planet Earth.
When you are in pressure, you are more good actually.
Correct. You get better. Now, I don't like pressure, but when I feel fear, my brain tells me, do it. Because in the act of doing it, I grow. Even when I fail, I grow, I get better. So pressure is a good thing. Pressure is a good thing. The thing is, even me, right? I get, like today, before the training, I had 3 seconds butterfly. It always happens. Always happens. Even before this podcast, right? When you said, are we ready? 2 seconds butterfly. That's pressure. Exactly. That's pressure though. Should I run away from that? No. Let's start the podcast. So don't run from pressure. Everything good that has happened in this planet came because of pressure. You guys build this amazing thing through pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure is good. Diamonds, those flashy rings you have on your finger, pressure.
And pleasure.
And pleasure. See, the pleasure came because of pressure.
Pressure.
Correct.
Yeah.
So even though I don't want to chase pressure, I embrace pressure. And everybody should. Otherwise, when you don't have power, you're older, you're weaker, you're going to regret not taking advantage of pressure. At the end of life, you're going to be like, man, I could have done this, I could have done that. I could have been the best cameraman, but the camera was too expensive. I didn't want to spend money on the camera. I wish I spent the money. Pressure.
Yeah, pressure.
It always ends up good. So,
nice. Yeah. Good to know that. Pressure is good.
Yes.
Pressure is
good.
not too bad.
Thank God for pressure.
Yeah, you have to make some relationship with that pressure.
That's right. That's right. You have to be like, pressure is my friend.
Yeah. Once you make him your friend, then it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Let's talk about the team meeting. What do you feel like in your experience? Is it good to have a frequent team hurdles or team meetings, or it's like just a waste of time?
No, absolutely important. That's part of culture, right? You come here, this is how we do things here, and again.
And how frequently we have to do?
Every morning.
Every morning?
Yes, every day. It doesn't have to be a long thing. It could be 15 minutes, right? Every day. Success, somebody told me once, success is just going through a series of difficult conversations, right? That's success. You want to be successful, be able to withstand a few difficult conversations and you'll be successful. Most people don't like that. They go, I don't like confrontation. That's what sales is really, asking you a hard question. And so team meetings are about that, are about communication. What's your pipeline? People don't like that.
Yeah.
Yes. People who don't have a pipeline, they're like, oh God, pressure.
And even that is too common. Why daily team hurdle is waste of time.
Thank you. Yes.
They
Those
say
are people who don't like accountability.
Yeah.
Yes. But you will not know anything about where you are or even where you want to go unless you inspect things. Unless you go through inspection, is this table good? Is this screw well done? Why didn't this screw get well done? The guy who does it goes, oh my God, she's asking about the microphone again. Pressure. We have to do it. And so the person who says, why do we always have to have team huddles? That's a one-on-one. We have to have a one-on-one with that person. This is how we do things here. The same way that I cannot just come to your house and go to the kitchen and open the pot. I have to, there's a standard of how to engage. In this company, we start our day with a review of what happened yesterday and an understanding of what's going to happen tomorrow. So we meet. And the funny thing is, if you ask the person who complains, why is this causing you upset stomach, chest pains? Why is this causing you chest pains? They would have an answer. The answer is basically, I don't like to be supervised. And then when you look at their numbers, it's not showing anything.
Yeah.
So team meetings every morning. The rule is, with the group, we all clap for each other. Nobody gets punished in the group.
Yes.
But you can go one-on-one and press the person. Why are you doing this? Why didn't you do this? What do you think? How can I help you? So team meetings started with positivity. Wins. What did you do yesterday? Great stuff. Tell us what you learned. Great. How about you? Great. What are you going to do tomorrow? Great, great, great. Okay, good. Then you send a text message, 3:00, I want to see you in the meeting. And then one-on-one pressure.
But when this team meeting get negative or toxic,
What do you mean?
when this team meeting do you think gets into the negative
when does it
scenario?
get negative? I think if the person doing the meeting loses control of the meeting, where maybe people are talking back, when the team meeting becomes like an open forum, right? The person leading it goes off the script, like, because it should be greeting everybody, how are you, welcome to work, kind of thing, and then give me your numbers, so we can update the board or something. It gets toxic when people start talking, but I don't like this. Why do we have to do this? No, we'll deal with that individually. As a group, we should just have a GPS of what we're doing. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meeting over. It gets toxic when people are interfering with it, or if we don't have a direction. If the leaders of the team meeting just freestyle the meeting,
Oh,
there is no path to what we're trying to get. The team meeting should be very structured. We start like this, then we ask these 2 things, then we ask this thing, then we close. Every day, same thing, every day. It starts becoming diluted when I'm talking and you just interfere. Excuse me, but what about this? Whoa. We'll deal with that after. This is the team meeting, morning meeting. Anything you have, deal with me later on.
okay.
That's when you avoid it and everybody knows. Morning meeting is not the time to bring up your grievances. We'll do that later
All
on.
about motivation,
Correct.
numbers.
Motivation, numbers, keep your eye on the price. This is what we're doing. You said you'll give us 20,000 this month. That means 633 a day. Your job today is to go get 633. Do you need me? How can I help? Okay, good. Let's go. You said that's team meeting.
Okay, nice. So the perspective has to be changed for the team meeting.
Yes, it
Team
has
meeting is not too bad. It's a right thing to do it every morning, every day.
to 100%. 100%. Right? Think about your family. Think about you and your husband when you guys are talking money. There might be 2 scenarios, casual talk or serious talk. We have to make an investment for 1 million. Serious talk. At that point, nobody's looking at negativity. We might look at options, but
Will not say no for it.
yes, we're not killing the thing. Team meeting gets bad when somebody is trying to kill the thing.
Kill that.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know this actually.
Yeah.
Now let's flip it. You have seen inside winning sales culture. What do those teams do different than others?
Oh man, it's that's where I came from. Yeah. Everybody is expected to act it's culture. They have a very strong culture, and nobody questions the culture. Nobody says, why are you doing it like this? Why aren't you doing it like that? Everybody does what the leader's vision is, right? The leader says, this is where we're going, because your job as the leader is not really to build a business. Your job is to build a team. The team is the one that builds the business. And that only happens if the team knows your vision. By December 2025, the company is going to be here. By 2026, it's going to be here. And so that only happens when there's alignment from leader all the way to the person who sweeps the floors. Everybody in the company is doing the same thing. They have the great attitude. We're enthusiastic. We inspect things. We correct things quickly. If 10% feel like that, 30% feel like this, 50%, company is all upside down. So everybody follows the leader's vision. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere. And that vision has to be reminded every day. Morning meetings, one-on-ones. Your vision has to be reminded to everybody, even yourself. You have to remind yourself about your vision too.
True.
Yes. So if you're doing that constantly, what more of other people who are not in your head? They need it.
So that vision is one thing. What else thing when you come up, they do different things than other teams?
Yeah, I mean, the vision is like the GPS. The vision has to be applied, and it's applied in every day, every hour, like how we behave, even when we talk. So culture is promoted in businesses, right? You, the leader, could say, our culture is to serve every customer. But in the break room, when people meet for lunch, they're whispering and going, ah, man, she says the culture is to serve people, but did you hear how she got angry with this person today? I don't like when people talk to me like that. Now, all through lunch, the conversation is about that. That is a form of promotion as well. They're promoting negativity now, right? So, like where I came from, if anybody responded to, if anybody said, I'm good, you were almost painted like a bad person. If I said, how you doing, Jyoti? And you're like, good. Good. It was like a really bad thing to say. It had to be excellent, fantastic. Even times when I didn't feel that way, I said it. And you know what? Once I said it, I changed a little bit. Like
The energy
yes,
changed.
I'm happy. Even when I'm not happy, you say it all the time. But right away, I feel slightly happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's culture. Because the more you do it, the more your mind starts to believe that you are happy. And so we have to promote that kind of attitude. And then another promotion is service. We take care of our customers, man. Even if they go buy with somebody else, we take care of them. That moves you away from, oh, let me get the deal. Now it makes you focus on, let me serve people. You have to do it a lot to make your numbers. But when you lead with service, nothing fails. Nothing fails you. People come back. Like today, Herman was just talking to me before this about what you guys are thinking about, how to work with me. And I was like, man, alhamdulillah, right? Because nothing fails when you lead like that. So the culture has to be away from selfishness to selflessness. And then gradually things start to form. It's not going to happen overnight, but before you know it, you have a different kind of company. And you're like, man, this is what I envisioned when we started the business. So culture has to be done. But yeah, I rambled. Did I answer your question there, or did I just ramble?
No, you answered, but I have another questions related to that also. That is that a leadership thing or does it start at the rap level?
It's totally leadership thing.
It's all leadership.
All leadership thing. The person whose capital, whose money has been invested to build a big business, it's there. That's your responsibility. If culture is not working, it's your fault. It's not your leaders done to you. Ultimately, yes, you could pinpoint how this person is not doing certain things, but it's your fault as the leader. That's another cultural thing. When the leader takes full responsibility and says, you know what, we didn't do the numbers I wanted us to do, that's my fault. Your next leadership level starts to take full responsibility. Then the staff beneath them, when you start taking full responsibility, I mean, in a fanatic kind of way, the part of that building just broke down. We are in this building, but you know what? Of all the buildings here, it happened to our building. I take responsibility. Like psychotic levels of responsibility. Everything happening is not happening to me. It's happening because of me. Somehow I'm creating these things. When you start thinking like that, your managers start thinking like that, your staff starts thinking like that, culture changes. I'm on the phone with a customer is telling me all the good things, then they ghost me. Instead of me going, that customer is not serious, they're wasting my time, I take full responsibility that the customer ghosted me. I don't know what I did, but I did something. Because if I didn't, they'll be here. It's my fault. That is directly from the leader.
So take your responsibility, whatever you have done.
Full, complete. And it just doesn't, you don't have to do anything. After that, just say, I take full responsibility. Because when you take responsibility, you can respond to your life. You don't react anymore. When you react, it's different because you might make a mistake. When you take full responsibility, then you are in control. When you shift blame to other people, you're basically saying, I'm powerless. I can't change myself. But when
you train your mind to take the responsibility, then they start taking the
Yes.
responsibility and the blame game get over.
Exactly. That was one of the biggest lessons I learned at Cardone. Everybody takes responsibility. You could be like, Paul, you said you're going to bring fruits today, but you forgot. That's my fault. Paul, what happened? You're supposed to go to the bank. It's taking you 10 minutes. She's taking 2 minutes, even though there's crazy traffic that I cannot control. Sir, the fact that there was traffic today is my fault. What do you mean? I took responsibility that there was traffic.
Yeah.
And there's no logical sense to it, but it's a way to get your mind to understand that I am in control of everything that's happening to me. And when your team starts thinking
You
like
can
that,
change yourself, but you cannot change the others. So that's your responsibility. So I can change my mind. I can change my.
yes, when your team starts thinking like that, everything changes. They don't blame the customer. They blame themselves for not having a big pipeline. They blame themselves for not closing. And in fact, I'm going to thank you for this question because I'm going to start bringing that in this week. Full responsibility. When the leader starts to show that path, everything else falls in place.
You have been working with the Vanguard team. Okay. So was there a shift you noticed that made you go?
Yes, absolutely. The biggest shift I've noticed is in attitude, right? Most of the people I work with behave good. The first week, people were like still a little bit quiet and withdrawn. And the second week, the third week, fourth week, people almost expect to be a certain way when I'm around, right? And that's typically how it starts. And then it becomes them eventually. But people expect to be a certain way because I'm not tolerating average. How are you? Right away. Great. Amazing. Right? Initially, they think about it, but with persistence, they become this new person, a slightly better version of
And
themselves.
what was the culture shift?
The culture shift has been like follow up, for example. I have a bug like today, Pulkit just told me, he was like, he gave me some numbers. It's like, it's only the 5th and I've done this already. And I'm like, he's like, this is my goal. I'm like, you have to change that goal. I see his body language go, no, I don't want to change it. But his words are like, okay, I think I could change the goal. Like I noticed his behavior. I'm like, that goal is easy now. A goal is not a goal unless it feels like it's unachievable. If you setting goals you can hit, are they goals? Right? They're not goals. A goal is a goal because it seems big. So if you're already halfway through and we're on the 5th day of the month, man, double your goal. Challenge yourself. And then I see him go, okay. So it's that belief, which is coming from that mindset of, I feel good, that I'm starting to see, not just with him. I'm thinking of like 6 people right now.
Wow.
Who have gone from worst case scenario, I'll do this number, to no, if I set that goal, I'll come up short. Let me make it slightly bigger. Because if I come up short on the bigger goal, I would definitely hit that goal. And so it's that belief from really nothing concrete, just from internal belief that I could do this and I'm better than this. That's what I'm noticing.
And do you think that sales campaign or challenges motivate sales team members or no?
Sales camps?
Yeah, sales campaign. I mean, the challenges or the targets, what we give. Okay.
Yes.
Once you achieve this, you'll get this. Once you achieve this.
That's a very good question. It does both really, but it does more good because once you achieve it, it starts to now make you believe that you can. Yes. That's why you always have to expand the goal slightly. This month, 25, next month, 35. But how am I going to make 35? Don't worry about it. Just make your intention.
Yeah.
Right? Intention is senior to how you do it. Intention is senior to mechanics. Mechanics is how I'm going to do it. Intention is where I'm going. Yeah. Start there. So yes, when you succeed, it helps. But if you keep not succeeding, then it would take a reverse effect on you.
So does that help?
Taking the reverse? No, that will make you struggle. This is where skills come in. Because when we set it, let's go for it. Let's go for it. And I'm going to constantly be there next to them going, let's go for it. Call, talk to them, bring up a story. Be human. They'll relate to you because everybody else is doing it differently. And yeah, man, with just a little skill and this attitude of not being afraid of pressure, because that's pressure in itself. Even for you, we're doing 500,000, want to do 1 million. That's pressure for you.
Yeah.
Does that mean you should run away from the 1 million? No, let's go for the 1 million. And then one day you hit the 1 million. Oh, we can hit millions. Let's go for 1.5.
1.5.
Correct.
So
more pressure.
You set your own targets. You set your next targets.
Correct.
Once you achieve that.
Yep.
Nice.
That's personal. That's spiritual. That's physical.
Exactly.
I want to run. I want to do 1 mile run today. You can't
so
stay
once
there.
You cover 1 kilometer, you'll start going with 2 kilometer and then 3.
Yes. It's always going to hurt you. It will never hurt you to do more. It will always hurt you to do less.
Do better.
Yes.
Okay. We talk about nowadays we talk more about accountability.
Yeah.
So, but what does healthy accountability look like?
Healthy accountability is when you sandwich praise and criticism.
Sandwich praise, criticism, and?
Yeah. No, maybe not sandwich. When you just marry both. When you just put both of them, you praise and you criticize. You praise and you criticize.
Praise and criticize.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to do both. And then maybe the last thing should be next steps. Right? So that maybe that's a sandwich. Always start with praise. I'm really happy you're here. I really every time I see you, I feel like this is a good decision, having you as part of this team. What do you think? That could be the start of an accountability session. What do you think? When you come here, when you're on LinkedIn or on your Facebook and you see Dan God post come up, what goes on in your stomach? Are you happy? Like Jyoti is doing her thing. Do you go past it or do you spend a little bit of time? You don't have to spend all the time. Sometimes you might just go past it. But what typically happens? That could be an accountability session. I like how you work. You're here. I like your attitude. But in the last month, there's some things that you've done that really have just not been up to par. That's the criticism. You did this. What were you thinking when you did this? How would you do it differently? Criticism. Then next step. Going forward, what do you think I can do to help you get better? By the way, do you want to get better? Is it worth your while getting better? Or do you think you've reached at a stage where you're doing the best you could possibly do? No, I can get better. Okay. What can I do to help? That's accountability. But when you get to criticism, you criticize. Hit it. Don't hide from it. Hit it. Because the praise in the beginning will do a soft landing.
It's not crushing the confidence of
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the end is, what can I do? Use me. How can I help? Do you believe that I'm here to help? Or do you believe I'm just here to criticize you? Open, real, honest conversation. That's accountability.
Nice.
Yeah.
So always make a sandwich, what you said, always
Correct.
make a sandwich between two praises with criticism.
Correct.
Okay.
Otherwise, that mental health thing, woof,
Mental pressure.
mental pressure, it could just make somebody break down and they stop listening to you.
Even I learned something today.
Yeah.
Just, start with the praise, then criticize, then praise it.
Correct.
Because normally when we are very straight, busy, we are very straight, we criticize the person,
Exactly.
and when we leave, so I know that hurts a lot.
It does.
That
And
hurts.
change is more difficult.
Yeah.
They don't get changed. They now are afraid of you, right? And they only act in a way they think you want to see them act. They don't act from their heart.
Yeah.
They just try to check a box because that's what Jotimam wants, right? But you want to make them to step up.
Yeah.
So you praise first, then criticize, really criticize, don't hide. Make them explain why they did this stupid thing. That this doesn't work like this. Then close with having said that, I mean, I think the world of you. I think you're smart. I think you're sharp. I like how you show up. I like how you dress. What can I do to make things better? What can I do? So this time next month, we're clapping, we're celebrating. They would almost be indebted to you to prove to you that they can do it. There's two kinds of accountability. The one that makes the team member run away, the one that makes the team members step up. When I started working at Cardone, quick story. I grew up in the UK, right? I went to school in England. I was there when I was very young. I went to Oxford and I studied there. And one of the things in English culture is punctuality. If you don't show up on time, they consider you trash. Like, I don't care how brilliant you are. If you don't show up on time, your whole attitude, your whole being is useless. You know this. You come from a culture where the English were all around you guys. I was at Cardone. My first 2 weeks, I came into work 1 minute late. We had to be at work at 7:46. I showed up at 7:47. This is 2 weeks. My boss, he's like, you're late, not acceptable. Actually, getting on time is late. At Cardone, if we say be
Before
at
time.
8, yes. If we say be at 8 and you show up at 8, you are late. You have to show up at 7:45.
7:45.
2 weeks later, I left the house 1 hour before. There was an accident in Miami and a car tumbled. Like a car went over like this and they blocked the entire road. So we had to go a detour and I came to work 12 minutes late. There was on the news, they showed the traffic, they showed everything. As I walked in, they were showing the thing on CNN. I was like, boss, that's why I'm here late. I left the house 1 hour early. He was like, sign this paper. He wrote me up like termination. This is the last time you're late. And I was furious to myself because I was like, this guy thinks I'm a bum. He doesn't know who I am. I'm going to show him who I am. And I never ever got late since then. I was typically the first to come to the office and the last to leave. I was so well trusted at Cardone. I had a key to the office. Out of 800 employees, me and maybe 5 other people had a key to the office. I used to lock the headquarters at night because they trusted me so much. And so that accountability pushed me to rise up. And it's because my boss said the following things to me. Paul, I like your attitude. You're always here. You always make people feel good. You always lift people up. But this late thing is trash. You're late all the time. You look like a bum when you show up late. This is hot. He broke me down. And then he closed by saying, look, I'm here. If you come late again, we'll fire you. There's no way around it. But whatever you need, let me know. I'll help you out. And I was like, I will show this person who I am. So accountability, push you for good or bring you to bad. We have to balance it like that.
Time is money.
Time is money. Very important.
So last time we had a mic drop moment.
Mm-hmm.
This time again we are going to have, because this will be the last question.
Okay.
If we take away all the CRM, scripts, everything from the sales people or a sales team, would the team still closes?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, what makes a sales culture truly unbreakable?
So it's you selling yourself that your work is the best work. That's
Sell
what,
yourself.
yes. The first person that has to be sold in a sales cycle is you.
Hmm.
If you are not sold, you can't sell anybody else. And you don't need systems. Systems make life easier. And we all operate with systems now. So you need CRMs to do things faster and bigger. But you can still get somebody to buy into you, provided you believe that your solution is the best.
Amazing.
Yes. So the first thing, like me, I have to sell myself every day. Even you. I have to sell myself as a father every day.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't like my kids. I always love them, but I don't like them sometimes. And I'm going to have to be like, but you know what? It's worth it. Same thing at work. There's so many companies doing this business here. Why am I the best? Why is Vanguard the best? Once you sell yourself with that, you can just transfer that energy to the person and take the order with pen and paper, collect check or cash. Like you don't need systems.
Yeah.
But if you sell yourself, you would go through fire to exchange. And that's what you need.
Nice. So now we will be having a quick rapid fire round
Okay.
with you with just the 4 questions.
Yeah.
One word that kills sales culture. One word.
Skills.
Skills.
Yes.
Okay. No mindset.
Yes, mindset is the bigger one, but skills. Because we can have a wonderful mindset, but if you don't know how to communicate, how to talk, how to bring up urgency, your mindset can only take you so far. Your mindset is necessary, but skills is what starts making your sales get weaker.
Ah, okay. And one phrase you wish sales leader would stop using? Stop using.
Can you do this?
Why?
Can you do this? Can you do that? The sales leader is not asking for permission. They're telling you what to do, right? Now, it's another way to say it. You don't have to be like a dictator, a police officer, but asking for help from your sales team is not what the sales leader should do. It should be like, this is what is expected of you. So you're going to do this. Of course, you say it in a different way, but saying, is it okay if you do this? Can you go out and meet 5 clients this week? Can you call 10 people tomorrow? No. I'm going to need you to call 20 people tomorrow. And from that 20 people, I want 5 conversations.
Okay. So can you do this is stop
Yes.
using it.
Can you don't start anything again with can you. It's almost like asking for permission. That's not what we're doing.
Okay. And one sign your team burned out, not lazy.
That's a good one. The team is burnt out. It's lethargic, you know. We have something called a reset. And I'm going to start doing it with the team here, where like 30 minutes after lunch, you do something exercise, some kind of physical stuff.
Physical exercise.
Yes. Because if you activate your heart rate, your brain comes alive. Yeah.
Okay.
And so burnout is lethargic. By 2, 3 o'clock, people
Before
are slower.
starting, yeah.
Yeah.
Before starting the work, do some push-ups. After
Right.
lunch, especially, do double push-ups.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, people are going to have fun with it. They're going to laugh and they're going to step up. Their heart rate is going to go up. Mind rate is going to get active and they get
Just
back up.
5 minutes of cardio.
Yes. You can make fun of it. You could play music while you do it. You know, then in the evening you could meditate and calm down. But in the office, energy, enthusiasm.
Nice. And one habit that builds belief every morning.
One habit that builds belief every morning. To me, it's like I go internally, right? I go internally and I do gratitude. I do a lot of gratitude, like devotion. You know, thank you for being able to just
Giving me
stand
this
up. Yeah. Thank you for making me meet friends. Just gratitude. Just one habit that just does that is just gratitude. There are many, many people in the world today who do not stand up, but I'm standing up. Thank you. Now help me make this day a day you could be proud of. This is you talking to your God, whatever you believe, or to your ancestors, your parents, whatever it is. Just gratitude. Thank you for being able to show up and maybe even help a company open up and change their lives. Thank you for that opportunity. Say it, believe it. Don't just say it because it's a mantra. Actually believe it for 2 minutes. Then you're almost obligated to do your best. So all the skills thing is good, but without gratitude, without a recognition that you have a privilege of helping somebody, without that, you're just working for yourself, and nobody does big things when they're only looking for food. They have to be looking for food for all of us.
Yeah.
So that's how I think about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for being here and teaching us all those
Namaste.
things. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Paul, thank you again, not just for the strategy, but for the mindset shifts that truly change new team sales. The more importantly, how they show up. And if you are listening right now and you are the part of sales team, here's your challenge this week. Take a hard look at your culture. Are you building belief or just chasing numbers? We will see you next week where we will break down the follow-up, because here's the truth. Most deals don't die. They are just waiting for you to show up again. Let me ask you something real. If your entire sales team lost access to the CRM tomorrow, no dashboard, no reminder, no lead lists, would your culture carries you or collapse you? Think about it. Because systems don't close leads, people do. Drop your answers in the comment. Would your team rise or freeze? Let's talk real sales culture.